Our daily bread, a daily window through which we contemplate the nourishment of the soul, reflecting on sacred words and learning how we can live out these words in real life. Today, we are reflecting on verse 23 from chapter 7 of the book of Sirach, which says, "Do you have children? Discipline them, and from their youth teach them obedience." Our story today, dear friends, is titled "The Fruits of Discipline in Childhood," and the idea revolves around the importance of disciplining children from an early age. The verse points to the necessity of guidance and upbringing during the formative years, where the child's behavior and character are shaped, making it easier to instill good values when discipline is given with love and gentleness. Let us listen to the story about a man named Marvin, who was blessed with 2 sons. Marvin was known for his wisdom and calm demeanor, and he believed that upbringing begins early. The sooner a father starts disciplining his children, the more deeply rooted the values become. Marvin decided to take the teachings of his parents and what he had learned from the Holy Scriptures as the foundation for raising his children. Every evening after dinner, Marvin would sit with his sons and talk to them about good morals and the virtues that a person should embody in life. Marvin didn't just talk, he lived by what he preached in every moment. Honesty was his principle, justice his path, and patience his weapon in facing challenges. One day, while Marvin was at the market, he saw one of his sons arguing violently with another child and acting selfishly. When they returned home, Marvin sat down with his son, gently took him aside, and said, "My son, I saw you in a situation today that I didn't like. What do you think about discussing what happened and figuring out how we can be better?" The son began to explain his side, and as the conversation went on, he realized his mistake. Instead of harsh punishment, Marvin used the situation to teach his son a lesson in kindness and forgiveness. He emphasized that true strength lies in self-control, not in overpowering others. From that day on, the son remembered his father's words and worked hard to apply them in his daily life. As the days passed and the sons grew, the impact of early discipline became evident in their characters. They became responsible and respectful men, and their father's words always echoed in their minds. The moral of the story is that upbringing begins in childhood. Regardless of the methods we use, guiding with love, patience, and instruction is the way to build a strong generation rooted in values and ethics. Parents are responsible for instilling the right values in their children from a young age.
And with that, dear friends, we conclude today's episode of your program Our Daily Bread, prepared and directed by Father Nur Alkasmosa. We remind you to follow us on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook to stay connected and benefit from more reflections, stories, and spiritual materials. May you remain in God's protection, and glory be to God always. Amen.